Alhamdulillah, the journey of the House of Wisdom is not old as of yet. Alhamdulillah, we're still a new institution. We've been around for about 6 months or so, and the central focus of founding this institution was to provide sacred knowledge to everybody. So regardless of who you are, where you come from, and whatever your background is, Alhamdulillah, we offer particular courses tailored towards you, whether you are male, female, whether you are still in your youth or you are old and you're an adult, whatever age you are and whatever background you have, you may be a beginner, an intermediate, an advanced student of knowledge. Alhamdulillah, our goal was to provide courses and opportunities to everyone so that they can, inshallah, expand on the knowledge that they already have. And I read a book about the Islamic Golden Age and the history of Islam, in particular a book by Muhammad Firas, which is The Lost Islamic History. And in there he mentions a lot of detail about Baytul Hikmah, the House of Wisdom. That's how it's translated in English. And Baytul Hikmah was a seminary, an institution, and like I would say, it was a powerhouse in 8th century Baghdad, which produced so many different types of works ranging from all sorts of fields, from science and philosophy and Islam, etc. And we took inspiration from that, and inshallah, we are trying to continue that legacy that was started in the House of Wisdom in 8th century Baghdad. If we go back in time and we see when the original immigrants came into the United Kingdom, and those were the first Muslims really in the UK, and of course there was already a few people who had converted due to their experience and their exposure in the subcontinent of Islam, but the majority of Muslims came into the UK in the early 60s or 50s, and at that time they didn't have much. They only established the masajid, which was good for their era, and then that developed into a need for education because the Muslim children were exposed to secular education in school, but they did not have anywhere to go for their Islamic education. And then our forefathers and our elders, they established madaris, which were mainly focused at teaching people how to recite the Quran, how to read the Quran, and how to perform their salah correctly. So the absolute basics were already there. And then over time that increased, and the yearning and the desire for further knowledge increased in the people. And that's why, alhamdulillah, we now have a lot of institutions around the UK, and our job as the House of Wisdom is very similar to that, to provide a one-stop location for Islamic education. So our main scholarship program is a full-time program, and it is known as the full-time Dars Nizami program, alternatively a full-time diploma in Islamic sciences and traditional Arabic. And that is our flagship full-time course, where you start from the absolute essentials and the basics, and you go through a 5-year journey studying full-time, and inshallah at the end of that you will be more than capable of extrapolating rulings from our tradition, and you'll have a very good understanding of Islam. As for part-time students, they have many different avenues. We have a course for everyone. So every course of ours starts at the very basics and from the very beginning. But then depending on the course that you choose, you may be going on only for 12 weeks and just studying only the Fard Ain. You might choose a different type of course where you'll be studying for a year, going a bit further than the Fard Ain, but not too far. And then our flagship part-time course is the Diploma in Islamic Studies, where you can study from the start, from the very basics actually, until I would say a quite advanced level, and that's over 3 years, inshallah. And once you finish that course, you will have a very solid grounding in Islam. Alhamdulillah, the teaching methods at the House of Wisdom are in line with the modern standard methods that are used throughout schools and universities. Alhamdulillah, we try to expose our students to all the different types of revision tips and techniques, and try to push them further in excelling in their studies. Alongside that, in particular, what separates us from other Islamic institutions and organizations is our focus on the Arabic language, because we believe that without the Arabic language, which is the language of the Quran and the Sunnah, a student will struggle to achieve the highest level of education with regards to Islam. Not per se, I don't have a favorite book, but I have a lot of books that I've read over time and that I've really enjoyed. One of them being the Book of Assistance by Imam al-Haddad, which had been life-changing, alhamdulillah. The lessons within there are very beneficial. And another book that I really enjoyed was Destiny Disrupted, which was a brief history of Islam from the very beginning till the end. I really enjoyed that book because it connected us with our legacy and our tradition from the start, and how Islamic civilization progressed and reached the stage where we are at today. So those are two books that I really enjoy, and I recommend them to everybody as well.